Before I start telling you my list, I would like to give you a little warning that here all movies are going to be R-rated, so it contains nudity, brutality, and also abusive languages, or maybe something that makes you feel awkward or maybe uncomfortable, and many more adult stuff. So while I was making this list, I have encountered so many movies like Django Unchained, Gone Girl, Unforgiven, The Revenant, and many more. Some things these are some revenge movies and they are not quite wrong. Here I have taken those movies which are completely about revenge movies from the starting point to the ending point. So let's start. So the number one movie is I Saw the Devil. So if anyone anywhere anytime asks me for a recommendation of a revenge movie, then I would definitely say the movie named I Saw the Devil. And that's what I am starting this list with, the best movie that I have watched. Let me give you a little idea about this plot. So here's a guy who is a trained government agent, does some secret stuff I guess. It wasn't explored that much in movies, so I don't know. One day his girlfriend got murdered by this guy. And this guy is a serial killer who has killed lots of men and women and children. To him, his girlfriend is just one of his prey. I don't think he remembers her at all. So this guy decided to take revenge of his girlfriend's death. She was also pregnant and this guy was unaware of the fact. Somehow later he will know in this movie. So still, if you are thinking that this is some normal revenge movies where at the end the villain will die and the movie will end and kind of like happy ending. Bro, you're fucking brutally wrong. These two main characters, every steps, every accents are unpredictable, surprising, and sometimes it's like, you know what, damn. And the thing that makes this movie one of the best is it crosses all the limits that you have created in your mind. And the number two is revenge. Look at this hot, cute and beautiful lady. Whoa. Don't you think she is the hottest lady you've seen today? So here our lady is our main protagonist. One day she went on a trip with her boss. It's obvious that they were having an affair, but the whole story turns out differently when the two men came there who were also her boss's friend. And one guy raped her and three of them humiliated her so bad. And at the end, when things were getting out of their hand, they tried to kill her. And somehow our lady dramatically got survived. That was not good for these three freaks. You know the ending of the movie, but what makes this movie amazing is the blood. The way she takes revenge is so fucking amazing and entertaining and it's really fun to watch. One more thing, that here our lady is not some kind of invincible character. She doesn't even know how to shoot. Here our lady is some normal girl who has gone through so much fucked up stuff. And come on man, not every day you got a chance to watch this level of brutal movies. And number three is Mean Girls. This is the only movie in this list which does not contain any nudity or any bloody things. That doesn't mean that it's a PG-13 element. IMDb says differently, but I don't think it's a kid stuff to watch. This movie is about a high school kid whose entire life was in Africa and came back to America and joined some real school for the first time of her life and be friends with Janice and Damien. They warn her to avoid plastics, a group led by Regina. But things started getting worse when she falls in love with Regina's ex-boyfriend. Don't ever fall in love with your friends' ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends. Okay. And after that, this movie creates some silly, amazing, heartful revenge dramas. Number 4 is the John Wick. Don't say that you haven't heard of it yet or you haven't watched it. If you haven't, just go for it. Why am I recommending this movie so highly? Because this is the most popular one in this list. Actually, John Wick is the whole film franchise which has 3 films and the number 4 movie is coming very soon. Here you see a man in his 40s, I guess, killing people with some real efficiency and with some fantastic style. I mean, nothing more you could ask from an action movie. And let me tell you an amazing fact about this guy, that this guy has killed 3 people with just a single fucking pencil. And if you are wondering why he started killing people, it's just one day his beloved dog was killed by some freaks, which he got from his late wife. It all started with the dog, but now it has become the John Wick versus the whole underground gang world. Just imagine a single man versus the whole world. Isn't it interesting? And the number 4 movie is coming this year, I mean 2023. So don't miss this kind of movie. And the number 5 is The Old Boy. Should I recommend you this movie? I don't know what you're gonna say after watching this movie. I ain't gonna lie, because this is the movie that really made me feel some real awkwardness or some real disgust. This is the filthiest movie I've ever watched. But later I have appreciated this movie so much because it deserved a whole appreciation. Let me tell you about the plot of this movie. Here's a guy, as you can see, looks like he's still drunk. One day, the way of his returning home, someone kidnapped him. Who, why, nobody knows. And he was imprisoned for goddamn 15 years. The kidnapper released him with expensive clothes, a cell phone, and some money. After 15 years, and I was as astonished as this man. I mean, why the fuck would someone imprison anyone like for goddamn 15 years? After getting released, this guy devotes his life to find out the guy or those people. Why was he locked up this whole time? This movie is gonna teach you gossiping is not a good thing. Just kidding. Sorry to give you a spoiler. Number 6 is Gangs of Wasseypur. This is a real cult classic movie. And over the top of that, if you understand Hindi, then it's gonna give you a next level experience. The language that this movie used is kind of amazing, and I want more of this. Here in this movie, this man was killed by this old churcher, and his son tries to get revenge. If you want to know the whole story, just watch this movie. Anything if I tell you is gonna be the spoilers. And this kind of movies are so rare, it's a hidden gem. I don't think missing this kind of movie is kind of good for you. And the number 7 is the Kill Bill. Quentin Tarantino's one of the greatest creation is Kill Bill. Can't forget how the blood was spilling from the bodies. That's really creative. Appreciate it. Kill Bill has 2 parts and it's all about revenge. In her amazing wedding, these 5 fucking people, including her ex-lover, entered. I remember she was pregnant. After entering, they started killing every member in the wedding, including the bride and the groom. But the bride, aka the Beatrix kiddo, somehow got survived. And she found herself in a hospital bed after goddamn 4 years without her baby. And by the time she woke up, 4 years were gone. I mean, she was in coma for 4 fucking years. But after waking up from coma, she thought, why not get some revenge? Let those motherfuckers know they have done a great mistake by not killing me total. It's a lady vengeance. Remember, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie. And the number 8 is Lady Snowblood. This is the oldest movie of this list. It was released on 1973. And yeah, this movie is one of Quentin Tarantino's inspiration of making Kill Bill. The story is quite the same, but here's a little difference. Here, this family were going somewhere. This forced Sicko killed the man and that little kid, and they raped that woman. And the torture does not end here. One of those killers took that woman just to fulfill his sexual desire. But the woman wanted to take revenge so badly, so she was tolerating all of those things. And one day, she successfully killed that man in his bed. And for that, she got life sentence and she is now in prison. She can't get revenge now. That's why she came up with an amazing idea to give birth. All she needed to do was to get pregnant. And for that, she fucked every fucking man in the jail who were interested in her. And she finally gave birth to a baby girl who needs to accomplish the mission of getting revenge instead of her mother. Now the whole movie is about this girl getting revenge, and the ending is my favorite part. And the number 9 is Vinland Saga. Sorry, this is not a movie, it's an anime series which has 24 episodes, and the season 2 is coming. And here's the reason that I'm including this anime series in this list, because season 1 of this anime explores something that is beyond revenge, and if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna explore something that is beyond revenge. Let's ride a little into the story. Here, this family lives in some island in peace, but one day the Thor, the head of the family, was summoned to go to a war, and he took some young boys with him. His son was also with them, who is only 6 or 7 years old. But on the way, Thor got killed by Askeladd, and at that day, Thorfinn, the son of Thor, swears to take revenge against Askeladd, and that's why Thorfinn pursues a journey with his father's killers in order to take revenge and end his life in duel as an honorable warrior and pay his father a homage. Number 10 movie is Scary. It was released on 1973, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes this world become too cruel to someone. See this girl. named Carrie, who is in high school and she's some next level introvert. This movie starts with a real hot scene. Some girls taking bath in their school bathroom. Then the camera focuses on Carrie taking bath. Honestly, I was thinking I'm gonna see the shape of her vagina. Don't call me dirty. Actually, didn't so. But anyways, she was actually washing her vagina with the soap. All of a sudden, the hand she was using to wash her vagina, she saw some blood on it. She realized she is bleeding. The girl had no idea. She thought she is dying. Actually, she was having the first period of her life. She asked for help from the other girls, but instead of helping her, those girls started bullying her, like throwing whatever they got in their life, and they started laughing. Just imagine the brutality of this scene. I mean, you don't even know a single shit about that thing that's happening with you, and some people are doing this kind of thing to you. And after all of that, when you get home, you have to deal with your precious fucking mom. I mean, after this whole thing, what the girl's gonna think about this whole world and the whole school? Every fucking people is her enemy. That's what she's gonna think, because to her the school and her home was her complete world. This movie is not like this from the starting point, whole revenge plot setup. This is more like how much a person can really bear, and when she really get pissed off, what's happen after that is nothing less than a nightmare. And yeah, don't forget, this girl's got some superpower, so be careful, she could be in your dream. At the end, all I wanna say is, what's your favorite revenge movie? I just wanna watch it if I haven't watched it yet. I mean, just drop it, man. I mean, come on, man. Just say your favorite movie. I really wanna check out that movie.